Mic check 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 1 2 3 4. Mic check 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Are we connected? Okay. Okay. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Pregnant, one word, many emotions. Sioux Falls Catholic Family Services.
3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Knights Game Day Show. Three, two, one.
You're listening to a special presentation from the Real Presence Radio Network. On Real Presence Radio, welcome to the Knights Game Day Show, sponsored by First Premier Bank, Premier Bank Card.
Welcome back to Gorman High School, Bishop O'Gorman High School, as we, this afternoon, Saturday afternoon, it's the O'Gorman Knights, number 2, 9-2 on the year, taking on number 3, Brandon Valley Lynx, also 9-3 here this afternoon. And welcome. Glad to have you back. Last night we had the girls here playing Lincoln. Now this afternoon we have the top 5 matchup between Brandon Valley and Sioux Falls Lincoln. This is a rematch from last year, state championship game out in Rapid City, which Brandon Valley won the state title 54-47. Both teams are in the title picture again this year. Gorman currently has second in power points. Brandon Valley is fourth. Brandon Valley returns key players, 2 good players, Jackson Hilton and Gavin Tarak, who are combined for 28 points in the state title game. Tarak is a 6'9 senior, leads the Lynx with 15 points and 8 rebounds, while Hilton averages 12 points a game. Let me bring in, Isaac will be here shortly, but we're going to bring Brett in here. We're going to talk a little bit about the pregame here. About, last Saturday, which I missed against Sioux Falls Stevens, you got a young man off the bench, Cade McCuska, senior, made a big impact in the game with defense on that 6'9 Mason Steele. How important is McCuska and also Webbin's defense this afternoon against the powerhouse of Brandon Valley, Brett?
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. And Terhark actually was coached by Derek Roby this year in Summer League basketball, so Coach Roby knows him very well, and they were talking earlier today. Cade was awesome. He came into the game in about the second quarter against Stevens last Saturday, got 3 offensive rebounds right away, and he just kind of is a little bit taller and maybe a little bit stronger than Webbin. And Mason Steele is like 6'8 from Rapid City Stevens. He just committed to University of Sioux Falls like yesterday. So Cade came in a little bit taller than Jonah too, and he did a terrific job defensively. And at the end of the game, he was the guy inbounding the ball to Jack Cartwright to get the 2 clinching free throws. So Cade played very well. I think that was the most minutes he's played all season was in that game. And he and Jonah will be needed even Muirhead tonight because 6'9 Terhark is a handful, and he can shoot the 3 as well. So O'Gorman has a plethora of big guys to throw at him, but we'll see if Cade's role will keep increasing as Terhark, another big kid.
And if he can play defense like he did last Saturday, he's gonna be good. Another thing to watch this afternoon is the energy level of Brandon Valley. The Lynx lost in double overtime to the Washington Warriors Tuesday night, and that's they played last night. They took on Aberdeen Central, and they won 52-33. That was in Brandon, which we had to schedule up there, which made sense. Brett, the Knights have been off since last Saturday against Stevens. How big is the advantage of having fresh legs? We haven't played in a week. Here we are. It's been a whole week now they haven't played.
Yeah, absolutely, and you'll hear the interview with Coach Deckard in about a couple minutes mentioning that. He said to me today that he's probably going to be playing some kids more tonight than he played the rest of the season just because they get more bodies out there, getting spells for some of his players that play a lot. So I think it'll be definitely an advantage for O'Gorman. Maybe Knights will try to push the pace more, knowing that Brandon Valley might be a little bit more tired than usual. So definitely an advantage for a team that hasn't played in 7 days compared to a team that's played now twice here in the past week and last night as well.
So Gorman scored 50, 51 and 50 points against Central and Stevens respectively last Friday and Saturday afternoon. Scoring 60 more points in 4 games. Now we're joined by Isaac Struck. We got the sophomore games over, and we get the welcome, Isaac. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Okay, we're talking a little bit about the points and stuff. What do you think of the Knights' offense against the play against Central Stevens? What do they have to do to get off to a better start offensively? They didn't get that good start last weekend. What do they have to do this afternoon for that fresh start against repeating Chiefs champions, the Lynx?
I would say that they need to attack the basket a little more with a little more purpose than they were. They're kind of passing around the ball around the arc and relying on the jump shots to fall, but sometimes there's going to be those days where your jump shots just aren't going to be falling like they have been. So they need to attack the basket with a little more purpose. That go play inside out. They can still take some perimeter jump shots. We're a really good shooting team. We have a lot of guys that can shoot it. But you need to get it inside to open up the outside. You can't just pass it around the perimeter and rely on those threes.
Of course, we talked about Stevens last week. They won 50-47 with their 8th straight. Jack Cartwright, Coil, Zach Norton combined for 35 points in that game, and Cartwright making 2 clutch free throws. Like Brett said at the end of the game, Brandon Valley is coming off a 52-33 home win last night over Aberdeen Central. Lynx are 6-1 at home this season. So the last meeting was a state title game last year, March 16th, out in Rapid City at the Barnett Center. We mentioned they won 54-47. They outscored Gorman 23-14 in the final quarter. Carter Altoff led Brandon Valley 21 points. Luke Ronzek led Gorman 15 in that game. Series history. This is a 73rd meeting between the Lynx and the Gorman Knights, and Gorman leads 45-27, and Brandon Valley's won the last 3 meetings. So any other games going on this afternoon, Isaac?
Yes, absolutely. So in some AA boys action today, Sioux City South heads to Lincoln. Lincoln 5-5 on the season, trying to get back on track in the win column. They host Sioux City. That's at 3. At 4:30, Scottsbluff, Nebraska plays at Rapid City Stevens. And then at 7 o'clock tonight, Pierre travels to Yankton, number 1 ranked Yankton in the polls, hosting Pierre. Pierre only 1-12 on the season, trying to get back on course and start rolling around here in the last part of the season. And then we've got Huron at Sioux Valley. So Sioux Valley is the 2nd-ranked team in Class A, hosting Huron, the 5th-ranked team in Class AA. And then in AA girls, Scottsbluff, Nebraska is traveling to Rapid City Stevens. Yankton's at Pierre, and Watertown is at Marshall, Minnesota. Watertown looking for that first win on the season. So the scoreboard update was brought to you by Jameson Rounds, managing partner of Value Visor. Value Visor helps people in business discover, improve, and get value out of their business. Jameson can be reached at 605-370-6931, 605-370-6931, or online at valuevisor.com. Real estate through Murphy Business, Dakota Lakes.
We have a 3 o'clock tip-off, but, folks, we're on Keeter time, so we're a little bit early. It's about 2:30, and we got about 13 minutes left. So coming up on the other side of the break, Brett Byler sits down with Brandon Valley coach Brent Deckard and find out more about the defending state champs, Brandon Valley Lynx. Stay with us on Real Presence Radio Network.
Value Visor helps people and businesses discover, improve, and get the value from their businesses. With multi-certified valuation and mergers and acquisition advisors, they understand the complexities of valuations and negotiating in the mergers and acquisitions marketplace. For more information, you can contact Jameson Rounds, managing partner of Value Visor, at 605-370-6931 or online at valuevisor.com. Real estate through Murphy Business, Dakota Lakes.
Community. It's at the heart of everything we do at First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. From supporting area athletics to funding academic scholarships, we continually seek new ways to improve and strengthen communities we serve. At the heart of these communities are people, our customers, and our employees. We work hard to ensure our customers are successful and our communities thrive. It's the Premier way. It's what community banking is all about. First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. Locally grown, nationally known.
Welcome back to the Knights Game Day Show, brought to you by First Premier Bank, Premier Bank Card. I'm now joined by Brandon Valley Boys coach Brent Deckert. Coach, your team beat Aberdeen Central last night, 52-33, a home win for you guys. Overall, what were you the most happy with how your team played last night?
I think overall, I'd probably say like the last 10, 12 minutes of the game was probably the thing that I was most impressed about. I felt like we finished the game as strong as we have all year. We've had little spots during the season where we've been really, really good, and we've had spots sometimes in the same games where we haven't been so well. But to finish that one the way we did, the score certainly wasn't indicative to how much of a battle the game was. I mean, it was a hard-fought game. The score was in its early 20s by halftime. Both teams were really slugging it out, so to speak. So I mean, it was a defense and rebounding game to begin with, and we figured it would probably come down to a possession or two. We got fortunate that we got some foul trouble on one of their bigs, one of their really good players, and that really helped us kind of be a little bit more at ease and getting the ball inside and just getting some buckets when it came to out of that whole situation. So again, that helped us, but at the same time, I was really impressed with how just our bench played, and just the last 10, 12 minutes of the game were very critical for us in that victory.
Coach, we're a little past the halfway point of the season now. Your boys are 9-3. Talk about what you think the most improvement is for your team now compared to when you started in December.
Right now we're becoming a little bit more of a responsible defensive team, and early in the year we were good at times, and then there were some other times that we were just kind of hot and cold. So it's, now we're at that point of the season where, like, when we make mistakes, we're moving kids around because they know. I mean, we've been at this long enough. I mean, we've had 50-some practices with games, so on and so forth. We have an experienced team coming back from last year's team, so it's a much different team than we had last year. We're certainly not as consistent offensively, but one thing that I think that we're starting to get a better handle of is just how well we need to defend a rebound in order for us to be successful.
And Gavin, your post player coach, he went from 5 points a game last year to 15 and 8 rebounds this year. Talk about his development. What do you see as his biggest improvement this year as compared to last year?
Well, it's not just that just didn't happen. I mean, you're talking about a kid who remade his whole body in the weight room all last spring, all last summer, all last fall. Kid loves the game of basketball. He's in the gym all the time. He's going to be in there as soon as he possibly can be. We're going to play a game today, and he's probably going to ask me to get back in the gym later tonight, and I can guarantee he'll be there for 3 or 4 hours tomorrow. I mean, the kid just absolutely loves to play. So for him to be as successful as he is not an accident. I mean, when a kid works that hard, it's really hard to put anybody with any bit of talent at all, which he is, a talented, athletic kid. He's going to be successful. So for him to do that, and there's a variety of things. I mean, we had a kid who was probably a little bit of a better defender, 6'7" kid in Alex Tejan last year that played in front of him. And he wasn't as good offensively as Gavin, but we were able to get points out of Carter Altoff and Evan Telcott so frequently that we didn't need as many points out of our post guys. Gavin got himself in a lot of foul trouble because of some strength issues last year, and he got a little handsy at times. He's kind of fixed that a little bit this year. So just from that standpoint alone, that's really helped him. So to answer that briefly, I think is impossible. So sorry about the long story, but again, I mean, some kids just take on different roles as season goes on, and when kids become seniors, they realize that this is it for them, and they want to go out the right way, and I think that's what he's doing.
Now your opponent tonight, Coach Sioux Falls, Gorman, playing very good basketball right now, 9-2, winners of 8 in a row, rematch of last year's state title game. What stands out to you about this year's squad for Coach Roby and a team playing really good basketball right now?
Well, I think Gorman's playing better than anybody else in the state, and they've proven it week in and week out. They maybe didn't start the way they had envisioned with how they executed and so on and so forth. That, again, that's early in the season. I mean, everybody knew who Gorman had coming back and how tough they were going to be and how good they're going to be defensively. You watch them play. They play with unbelievable amount of juice. I mean, they just get after things. So my hat's off to Coach Roby and the players that he has here, because it is He's got things rolling certainly in the right direction. They beat Yankton. I know Yankton's ranked number 1 right now, but but Yankton's not as good as O'Gorman. O'Gorman beat him head to head. So I don't care what the PowerPoints say. In my mind, O'Gorman's the best team in the state right now.
And that was Brett Decker, the head basketball coach at Brandon Valley Lynx in his 20th season. Don't go away. We'll be back with Coach Derek Roby and his interview, and the Knights Game Day show continues on Real Presence Radio Network.
Pregnant, one word, many emotions. Sioux Falls Catholic Family Services is ready to support you by providing free and confidential counseling to birth parents regardless of faith or ethnic origin. For more information, to speak with a pregnancy counselor, or to schedule an appointment, call Catholic Family Services at 605-988-3775 or email cfs@sfcatholic.org.
This is Mark Konzemius. In 1987, Bishop Paul Dudley and a group of business leaders started the Catholic Community Foundation for Eastern South Dakota to help raise, manage, and distribute God's gifts as determined by donors' intent. We continue to grow their vision and legacy of faith. Many choose the Catholic Community Foundation for their charitable giving because of our commitment to Catholic moral and social values. Learn more about the Catholic Community Foundation. Visit ccfesd.org.
Welcome back to the Knights Game Day Show, brought to you by First Premier Bank Card. I'm now joined by O'Gorman boys basketball coach Derek Roby. Coach, your boys are coming off a sweep of the 2 Rapid City teams this past weekend over Rapid City Central Friday night, and then over Rapid City Stevens on Saturday, 50-47. That Stevens game, Coach, that was close throughout the ball game. They actually had a 2-point lead for us at half. We had a nice third quarter, and then we had a fairly decent lead, 5-6 points, and they got her all the way down to 2 and had a chance kind of at the end. We were able to get a stop, and Jack hit 2 big free throws. Just talk about what you thought overall was a difference in a very close game for your team.
First and foremost, we played 2 really good opponents. You know, both Rapid City schools are very well coached. They have some great players this year, and they're having great seasons as well. So both our opponents were very, very good. With that being said, I thought we played pretty well Friday night, jumped out all over them and got the momentum, got the crowd into it. You know, we were fortunate to have a couple of the elementary schools here supporting us, and that brought in a huge crowd, and obviously a doubleheader with the girls was pretty cool. So, you know, I felt really good about Friday night against Central. Saturday night, I think both teams didn't play great. I think it's that second day legs, if you will. You know, both teams are, you know, playing the night before and intensity wise the night before. So it's always tough to play that next day. I don't think we played great. Like you said, we fell behind a little bit early, battled back, had a great third quarter, I thought, and thought we controlled it, and then just made some really, really foolish mistakes down the end of the things and down the stretch, I guess, and made it a lot closer than it had to be. But we were fortunate, like you said, Jack was able to knock down a couple free throws and able to get the W.
How big was Cade McCuska to that win for your boys Saturday night against Stevens?
You know, I thought Cade played tremendous, and nothing against Jonah Webbin, who he came in for, but Cade came in and gave us a few more inches as far as height, the size. Both those guys are just big guys, and they're able to maybe try to keep the Steele kid off the block, if you will. But Cade just came in and gave us a little bit more height, and that certainly helped us.
Coach, we played Brandon Valley today, a team that's 8-3 on the year, a rematch of the state title game from last year. Obviously, both teams are different than last March. Obviously, they had the big kid, Tarak, stands out, 15 points, 8 rebounds, 6'9" kid, also the Hilton kid at guard. Talk about some priorities defensively tonight against Brandon Valley.
Well, I tell you, I had the opportunity to coach Gavin, you know, throughout the summer. You know, he played for the Pentagon, the Schoolers, and I coached that group. And what a great young man for Brandon Valley. He certainly gave us fits last year in the championship game. In fact, I jokingly told him all summer, you know, he was probably the guy that won the game for him. Him and Hilton both, and ironically, they're both the guys that returned. They both had tremendous state tournaments or state championship. Hilton hit those shots down the stretch to kind of seal the deal, but Gavin was a handful. We didn't have an answer, and I know Eddie was you know, beside himself, I think, in that championship game, a real physical, and we just didn't have the answer. And hopefully this year with Webbin and again Cade and Eddie, and then add Muirhead, hopefully we can keep running guys at him, because he's quite a player. What he does a great job of, he'll get into like some screen and roll action right around the top of the key, and he'll step out and knock down the three. So we have to be able to match up with a guy that'll extend up an arm and be able to close out and guard him around the perimeter.
And offensively, Coach, tonight I believe Brandon Valley puts a lot of man-to-man defense. What are some things offensively you'd like to see from your team to have success?
Well, we just have to continue to execute. You know, I watched some tape. It seems like when we're trying to execute, it seems like some of us are not sure what we're supposed to be doing. And again, that's my fault more than anybody. We have to get more rep. Execute, a basic screen, go down and, headhunt, find somebody to screen. Sometimes we just don't we screen a shadow, we don't screen anybody. So we have to do a better job of just executing, running our stuff, getting our shots. I'm going to be honest with you, we have to get off to better starts. Over the last weekend when we had both Rapid City schools, I think it took us like 6 minutes to score in the first game, and the second time wasn't much better. So we have to figure out how to get a better start offensively, and that goes back to executing and setting screens and getting the timing down within some of our quick hits.
Thank you so much, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you much, Brett.
And that was Coach Derek Roby, the head coach of the Gorman Knights. Now let's talk about keys of victory.
Tonight for O'Gorman, they got to really get off to a better start offensively in the first couple minutes of the game. They've been struggling to score for about 3 to 4 minutes when we start these games in the last couple games. So they need to get off to a quick start and a really good start. And they also got to keep Brandon off the free throw line. Brandon shot 27 free throws against O'Gorman last year in that state championship game. Defensively, they really got to make it difficult for Tarak, and Webb and Makusa are going to have to defend him really well. And they got to take advantage of our fresh, we have to take advantage of our fresh leg because, like we said earlier, Brandon just came back from Aberdeen Central last night, so a long bus ride there back with the game, and then getting up today to play this one. They've got those
They were at home.
legs.
They were at home last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we had that wrong. So
that was my fault, Isaac.
No,
Producer error.
Yeah.
Hey, that's all right.
Keys of victory for the Gorman Knights has been brought to you by Fritsch Benefit, a registered investment advisor. Representative John Fritsch can be reached at 605-334-8086. We'll be back. Stay tuned. We'll have tip-off here in about 1 minute.
Hi, John Fritsch, Fritsch Benefits. The people we work with have 2 goals. Number 1, they don't want to run out of money. Number 2, whatever is left, they want it to go to the people they love. Could be issues like Social Security claiming, Medicare choices, even asset allocations for your 401k, or you may want to treat your church like one of your children. If you want to talk about any financial issues, you can call me, John Fritsch, 334-8086.
Investment advice offered through IMS Wealth Management, an SEC registered advisor.
Community. It's at the heart of everything we do at First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. From supporting area athletics to funding academic scholarships, we continually seek new ways to improve and strengthen communities we serve. At the heart of these communities are people, our customers, and our employees. We work hard to ensure our customers are successful and our communities thrive. It's the Premier way. It's what community banking is all about. First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. Locally grown, nationally known.
On the Real Presence Radio Network, O'Gorman Knights Basketball is on the air. Brought to you by
Catholic Family Services, Catholic Community Foundation for Eastern South Dakota, Jardine Construction, Hagen Chiropractic Clinic, Bishop O'Gorman Catholic Schools, Fritsch Benefits Registered Investment Advisor Representative, McGuire Iron, Knights of Columbus Insurance Field Agent Jeff Gillen, Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade on 41st Street, First Premier Bank Card, Sioux Equipment Company, Ide Bailey, Ferendorf Family Chiropractic and Wellness, Jameson Rounds Managing Partner of Value Visor.
Tip-off to tonight's game is just moments away. With all the exciting action of O'Gorman Knights basketball, let's go to the gym.
And welcome back again. Now that was Sophanese Nielsen to sing that national anthem, and I'm sorry, the other gal, them two did a great duet there. That was fabulous. Sophanese, of course, is a senior for the Lady Knights singing tonight. So let's begin with the prayer, and our prayer today is recorded by Father Christopher Cowles, pastor of Our Lady of Guadalupe Parish here in Sioux Falls. Father?
Hello, this is Father Christopher Cowles from the parish of Our Lady of Guadalupe in Sioux Falls. Let us pray. God, our Heavenly Father, you have created each of us with bodies, with muscles, with sinews, with our skeletons, and you allow all that we do to give glory to God. And you have told us that the glory of God is man fully alive. During the course of this game, please watch over all of our students who will be playing and giving glory to you as they sweat, as they exhaust themselves, and as they play with all their hearts. Please watch over them. keep them safe, and allow each of them to keep good sportsmanship. Heavenly Father, we thank you also that we are able to watch and to enjoy their game. Allow us to not take it too seriously and to enjoy it with all of our heart. Please allow our faith to continue to guide us throughout this evening. And we ask all this through Christ our Lord. Amen.
And now the starting lineups for number 2 ranked Sioux Falls Gorman Knights. 9-2 on the year. Here they are.
Jack Carr, number 10, 6'4", senior point guard.
Zach Norton, number 13, 5'11", senior guard.
Coil, number 3, 6'6", senior forward.
Jonah Webbin, number 23, 6'2", senior, and I'm a forward.
Cole Hardy, number 20, 6 foot, senior guard.
Now let's take a look at the third ranked with a 9-3 record, Brandon Valley Lynx. They'll start number 3, a guard, Jackson Labrie. He's a 5 foot, 10 inch senior. They'll also start number 10, another guard, Thomas Scholten, the 6 foot, 2 inch senior, the quarterback of the Brandon Valley football team. He is an Augustana football commit. They'll start number 20, a guard, Joe Kovac. He is the 6 foot junior, as well as another guard, number 34, Jackson Hilton, the 6'4" junior. He was a big-time player in last year's championship game, as well as the big man down low. That's the center, number 40, Gavin Tarak. He is a 6'9" senior. The Lynx were coached by Brent Deckert. This is his 20th season at the helm of Brandon Valley. He is the 2019 returning state champions from last year, as well as the 2013 and 2003 state runners-up.
And this afternoon's game day show has been brought to you by First Premier Bank, Premier Bank Card. First Premier Bank Card are proud sponsors of Sioux Falls Gorman Knights. First Premier Bank Card, locally grown, nationally known. As we're getting ready for tip-off. Final thoughts, Isaac?
Should be a real exciting one. I'm looking forward to what I believe will be a fast-paced game, a lot of back-and-forth action, and hopefully this one doesn't let anybody down. It's a matchup of the state championship game from last year. Number 2 and 3 ranked teams this year. Should be a fun one.
And here we go.
The tip is 1. That was Terhart for the Brandon Valley Lynx. So Colbeck will bring it across the timeline, pass over to Labrie, over to Hilton, and back to Colbeck. Colbeck has it on the left wing. He'll dribble around, hand off to Labrie, down low to Terhart. Ball nearly knocked out of his hands. He'll go inside on Webbin with the great defense there, forces the turnover. Cartwright will push in transition. Swings the ball over to Hardy, who now gets it inside to Koil. He'll use a spin move over the left shoulder. Tough shot, doesn't fall. Rebound, Jonah Webbin, who throws it back in bounds off of Hardy's leg and out of bounds, so it'll be Brandon Valley possession. 2 quick possessions there for both teams to start this one. Colbeck will bring it across half court. Hardy in defense will pass over to Scholten. Scholten sizing up a Koil. Gets it over to Hilton on the left wing. Pass inside, that's Labrie for the elbow jumper, and he knocks it down. Jackson Labrie, the 5 foot 10 inch senior, knocks down the first shot of this one. Norton will bring it across half court now for the Knights. Swings it over to Hardy, who will go off the dribble inside. A little jump stop, doesn't take the shot, passes out to Norton for 3. That one off the mark, no good. Rebound Labrie. He'll bring the ball across half court. A little bit of tempo here. Step back, thought about the 2, doesn't have it. Pass out to Colbeck, who swings it over to Scholten. He's looking inside to Terhart. Terhart has it now inside. Off the dribble, he'll go up. He nearly traveled, but had it taken away first. It'll be a Koil in transition now, who will pull it back out, hand it into Webbin inside. And they're going to call Webbin with a traveling violation, so that will be a turnover for the Knights.
Yeah, he got the ball. He turned around. He had to travel.
It'll be Brandon Valley possession here. 6:30 to go in the first quarter. 2-0 Brandon.
See what Brandon doing. They got the outside perimeter shot, but the last 2 of the last 3 have been down inside in the paint.
Good showing in the crowd tonight for both sides. Brandon Valley has filled up the visiting side as well as O'Gorman filling up the home side as Hilton buries a 3 in front of the OG bench, and Brandon leads by 5. If you're O'Gorman's defense, that's one of the 2 players that you really got to stop tonight, especially Hilton from 3-point territory. As Cartwright's 3 no good, he goes and gets his own rebound, passes it to Hardy. He sets his feet for a 3, and it's around and in. Cole Hardy buries his first shot attempt of the day, and it's 5-3 Brandon Valley. That'll be Labrie with it on the right wing. Passes over to Tarak. He's in the corner around the three-point line. Full cross-court pass over to Kovac, who handles it, gets it over to Scholten. Back across court now to Labrie in the corner. Cartwright all over him. Smothering defense there as the Knights are in a little bit of a zone trap. Hilton has it. He'll go off glass for two. Around and out, no good. Cartwright will push in transition. Kovac in defense as he swings it over to Hardy. Hardy's going to use a ball screen from Okoye. Three from Hardy, and he buries it. Cole Hardy, back-to-back possessions with three-pointers, and the Knights have their first lead of the night, 6-5.
That's getting the boys fired up over here, isn't it?
Knights will come into a zone defense here as Kovac has it now up top. Will get it over to Scholten. Thought about a three, decides not to take it. He'll get it inside to Tarak. Tarak will use the hand to create some separation. Goes off glass for two. Real nice play there by Gavin Tarak as he gets onto the board for the Lynx. Norton has it on the left wing. He'll dribble around, get it to Cole Hardy. Hardy's got all six tonight so far for the Knights. Koil with Hilton in defense will dribble inside, shoot a tough free throw line jumper, no good. Ball bouncing around. Rebound goes to Norton, who's going to get called for the charge.
No.
Tough call there.
He just came and got the ball to jump it, and they call a charge. Wow. I'm sorry.
Real tough call there for the Knights. So Brandon Valley will take over possession here with 4:31 left in the first quarter. They lead by one.
Okay, Renshaw's in now for Jonah Webben.
Renshaw in as well as Muirhead for Hardy and Webben. Kovac has it up top. Great defense there by Koil to deny the pass to Scholten. Forces Kovac to dribble around the perimeter. That ball nearly taken away by Muirhead, controlled by Terhart. Hilton will go off the dribble. There's 10 seconds on the shot clock. He fires a step-back three, and he buries it. Jackson Hilton knocks down his second three of the game as he gives the three-point fingers down to the OG student section.
Watch Hilton and Coy down there on the other end. Watch them go after each other.
Cartwright uses a nice hesitation dribble move to get inside for two and one. Jack Cartwright with a real great hesitation dribble to draw two defenders. Thinking he was going to pass it, he took himself, laid it up and in for two and the foul. So checking into the game for the Lynx is number 4. That's Jackson Deckert.
And 24, Aiden Lloyd.
Aiden Lloyd, a good shooter out of Brandon Valley.
6'3" junior is Lloyd.
Lloyd's averaging around 7 points a game for the Brandon Valley Lynx as Cartwright's free throw is up and no good. Lloyd also shoots at about a 57% clip, as well as 55% from the three-point line. So Lloyd, a good shooter that the Knights have to be aware of off the bench here for Brandon Valley. Speaking of Lloyd, he'll take a three. That one a little bit too strong, no good. Rebound. Renshaw nearly stepped out of bounds, avoided the line. Cartwright will get it to Hardy, who sets his feet, thought about a three. He'll dribble drive inside instead. He's going to get fouled from behind. Hardy dribbles inside, gets fouled.
The Deckert?
They're going to give that to number 24, I believe. No, they're going to give that to 20, so that'll be Joe Kolbeck's second foul here in the first quarter.
4.5 minutes in the game, he picks up 2 fouls.
Muirhead will inbound to Okoye. Hilton all over him in defense. Okoye will go off the dribble, spin around, thought about a tough shot, passes out to Renshaw, gets it back inside to Okoye. He'll spin over the left shoulder. That's a tough shot, no good. Rebound. Terhart down low. Lloyd will bring it across half court, gets it to Labrie, who quick fires a baseline jumper, no good. A lot of contact on the rebound there. Renshaw will bring it across half court, swing it over to Cartwright, thought about a three. He'll dribble out using a Okoye screen. Hardy nearly took a deep three-pointer of his own, but will now get it inside to a size matchup as they get it to Muirhead now, and the baseline jumper falls. Hayden Muirhead ties it all up at 10.
Oh, if he can shoot those outside all day, I love that.
Okoye with a nice over-the-shoulder find to Hayden Muirhead on the baseline as he knocked down that jumper. Now they'll get it inside to Terhart. Muirhead's going to draw And they're going to call him for a block. Thought he would have drawn the charge there as he hit the deck, but they're going to call Hayden for a block.
He came up with his arm. Wow.
That'll be Muirhead's first foul, second team foul for the Knights. So into the game for the Knights is number 34, Cade McCuska. He checks in for Cartwright.
Give Jack a little bit of a breather here. 2:20 to go in the first. All tied up, 10 apiece.
Lloyd gets it into Hilton, who dribbles on Norton. Throws it away to Cole Hardy. Turnover, Brandon, results in a fast break opportunity for the Knights. Hardy sets his feet for three. That one just a little bit too short, no good. Rebound, Brandon. That rebound was by number 32, Peyton Tejan. And they're going to call Cade McCuska with the body foul down low. That'll be his first foul, third team foul now for the Knights. So 1:59 left in the first quarter, all knotted up at 10. Hilton fires a three from the left wing. That one's around and out, no good.
One thing about Brandon Valley, they know Cade McCuska from football. A great defense in that championship game in Brookings back in November.
A lot of football matchups from both of these teams. Hilton and Scholten, two studs from the Brandon Valley football team here, and as well as Webbin and Norton and McCuska for the boys here of O'Gorman. Norton fires a three with 10 on the shot clock, and he buries it from the top of the key. Zach Norton's three-pointer is up and good. 13-10, the Knights lead by 3. That'll be Lloyd on the left wing. Fires a cross-court pass over to Labrie, who thought about the dribble drive inside. Gets it to Deckert, and he'll now take a three. That is up and good by number 3, Jackson Labrie. So Labrie now has 5 points on the night for Brandon Valley. Labrie, a real confident shooter for Brandon.
He gets hot out there.
Norton with a beautiful backdoor cut. Layup falls. Nice play there by Norton as he shed Hilton in defense. Goes up off glass for 2, and the Knights lead by 2.
Nice teamwork there. Way to see that open cut.
Great defense there by the Knights as they nearly force the turnover. It'll be Lloyd up top using a ball screen. Will dribble inside. Lloyd goes up. His shot's blocked by McCuska, but they're going to call McCuska with a body foul on the ground.
It'll be Cade's second. Okay, Coil and Cartwright are in. Webbin's in. Muirhead, McCuska.
The starters return for the Knights.
Webbin are out. 31 and a half seconds. Knights up 15-13 here in the first.
The inbound pass. Now Labrie will fire over to Scholten, who thought about a three, doesn't take it. That's up top with Deckert now. They're going to call hold underneath. I believe they're going to give it to Webbin as he was holding Tarak for position down low. That'll be Webbin's first foul, team's 5th for the Knights.
Oh, we don't want to get in bonus here right away in the start of the second.
Something that Brandon did really well against them last year in the state championship was they got to the line 27 times for free throw attempts, so they really want to try to keep Brandon off the line and not give him any free ones. Deckert will dribble the ball out top. 8 seconds left in the first quarter. He'll dribble drive inside, get it to Scholten. He threw it away. Scholten's going to pick it up with 2.6 left. That's going to be over and back.
If Coach Deckert's he's not happy.
If Scholten had thought about it, it's tough in a scenario like that, but if Scholten would have just boxed out Norton there and let the clock run out, the first quarter would have expired without giving the Knights a chance here at the buzzer, but instead, the Knights will have 2.6 seconds left to inbound. They'll get it to Hardy on the corner, who gets it back to Cartwright. He'll have to fire at the buzzer. His three is up, around and out, no good. Jack Cartwright nearly buried the three at the end of the quarter, but he did not, so that's where we have it. Knights lead 15-13 over the Brandon Valley Lynx here on Real Presence Radio. Stay tuned for more action in the second quarter after the break.
Ferendorf Family Chiropractic and Wellness is a third-generation chiropractic practice focusing on inspiring patients to take control of their personal health and the health of their families. Dr. Eric Ferendorf is a 99 O'Gorman alum and is a proud third generation of O'Gorman Cathedral High School graduate, following in the footsteps of his grandfather and uncle. Ferendorf Family Chiropractic and Wellness, formerly known as Village Chiropractic Clinic, is located on the northwest corner of 49th Street and Southeastern Avenue. You can reach them at 605-334-8000.
Real Presence Radio will be broadcasting an estimated 42 Sioux Falls O'Gorman girls and boys basketball games in the 2019-2020 season. Tune in to the RPR Network on 94.5 FM Sioux Falls, online at yourcatholicradiostation.com, on our free mobile app, and on YouTube at Real Presence Radio Sioux Falls. If your business would like to sponsor our O'Gorman basketball broadcast and have your business's message heard across each of these platforms, contact me, Brett Byler, at 605-670-8333.
Welcome back to O'Gorman High School, where the Knights lead 15-13 here, just starting the second quarter. The Knights have the possession. It'll be Norton on the right wing. He'll pass over to Webben up top, who will go dribble drive inside, had it knocked out of his hands, now off his foot and out of bounds. Turnover for the Knights there will give Brandon the possession. So a 13-second possession there ends in a turnover to start off the second quarter. Kovac will bring it across half court. He had 2 fouls early in the first, sat a majority of the quarter. He's back in now for Brandon. Scholten has it up top. He'll get it inside to Tarak, who turns over, hands it to Scholten. Nice up and under move. He's a lot of contact off the glass and good, so Scholten ties it at 15. Norton has it. Will now dribble it out, get it to Cartwright, who swings it over to Hardy. Hardy will go dribble drive on Labrie. Norton now thinks about a 3. He will take it. That one's a little bit too strong. No good. Rebound. Tarak down low. Advances it to Hilton, who now brings it across half court. Slows things down. Will hand off to Kovac. Kovac now has it around half court. Uses a screen from Scholten. Now swings it over to Hilton down inside to Tarak. He'll body up Webben as he tries to go. They're going to call Tarak with the offensive foul, as they said that he used a little too much body. That'll be Gavin Tarak's first foul, third team foul here for Brandon Valley. Hilton is going to need to come out. I believe there was...
Oh, he's got a chain.
He's got a chain on.
Yep.
As he just launches it up into his...
Up to a family member up there.
A family member as he throws that one about 15 rows back. So Cartwright will now bring it across the timeline. Aiden Lloyd in for Hilton. As Norton's layup goes off the mark, it'll go off of Brandon Valley out of bounds. Knights will keep possession here, fresh new 35. Hilton checks right back into the game for Kovac this time.
He should know better than wear jewelry to a ball game. He's been playing how many? 4 years now? Come on.
3 years.
3 years.
Norton will swing it over to Webben, who has it on the left wing. Coil now has it on the right wing. Coil behind the back dribble creates some separation. No shot, however, will force Webben to dribble inside. He turns it over. Labrie will take a quick 3 from the wing, and he buries it. So Jackson Labrie, the senior from Brandon's, got 8 points, and he leads all scorers. 2 threes, and they're going to call a Coil with a push-off down low. Things are getting a little bit chippy between Hilton and Coil.
I said at the beginning, watch it, the way they were going. So
Brandon Valley leads 18-13, 6:16 left here in the second quarter. That was a Coil on the foul. That was his first of the half, his 6th team foul for the Knights. So one more, and Brandon is in the bonus. They will be in the bonus the rest of the half.
And you don't, like we said 27 times last year, you don't want them at the line.
Labrie will hand off to Hilton. Back to Labrie. He'll take a deep 3 this time. That one's well off the mark. Airballs it. And now Hardy's pass is taken away by Hilton, who will go one-on-one with Hardy. Spin move. Hardy blocks it out of bounds.
And he'll roll the line for 2.
They're actually not going to call a foul there.
They did. Wow, I thought he hacked him.
I thought he heard a lot of contact as well, but no call. So Hardy turns it over and then immediately swats it out of Hilton's hands on the shot attempt. And now Labrie is fouled inside. That's going to be Hardy on the foul.
He got him right back.
It'll send Labrie to the line for 2 shots. Jackson Labrie's first free throw is up and good. He's a 50% shooter from the season, 10 of 20 heading into tonight. Make that 11 of 21.
And for the Knights now, the 6'2 junior, Cade Moffat's in for Cole Hardy. Norton, Moffat, Cartwright, Muirhead, Coil in for the Knights. 5:52, links up by 5, 20-15.
Labrie's second free throw fell. As now Muirhead will pass over to Cartwright, takes a three from the corner, and it rattles home. Jack Cartwright with his first three of the game brings the Knights within 2. Labrie shouting out for the Lynx to run a little offense as he hands off to Lloyd. Down high-low pass to Terhark. He's going to walk with it.
He tiptoed.
Terhark traveled just before he got the pass off to Hilton, who knocked it down from the corner, but they'll wave the basket due to the travel.
Watch him. When he gets the ball inside, he does that a lot. Watch his feet. He travels a lot inside.
Cartwright will now pass it over to Norton, swings it to a Coil. Cartwright will come off of a double screen, a little bit of miscommunication there as a Coil throws it out of bounds. Wanted Cartwright to flare to the corner, as instead Cartwright came up top off the double screen. 2 veteran players.
You think this was their first game, but it's not.
Both thinking something different there. Coil had a nice idea with the pass. Cartwright, however, had something different planned. Kovac will have it up top. Hilton now has it, and he'll dribble up, pass over to Scholten. Scholten to Labrie up top. Cartwright in defense. They're going to call Cartwright with a hand check. That'll send Labrie to the line here. So Labrie steps up to the line. He's 12 of 22 now on the season, after he just knocked down both earlier. So Labrie leads all scorers with 10 points here as Peyton Tejan checks in. He is the 6'7" center. He's only a junior, so another year of Tejan.
Here comes Eddie Myler, cousin Eddie Myler, 6'6" junior, and number 44. He's in from Muirhead.
Labrie's free throw up and good. He's got another one coming. As all players clear the lane there, a little bit of confusion. Must have forgotten what a 1-and-1 means.
I didn't play in the week.
Long week with Catholic Schools Week had the Knights a little bit confused there. Labrie's second free throw is up and good, so Labrie now has 12 points to lead all scorers. He's also 4 for 4 from the line with 2 threes and an elbow jumper. Labrie having a solid night so far for Brandon Valley. Norton has it up top, uses an Okoye screen. He'll dribble inside. Tough finish off glass, no good. Rebound, Eddie Myler, who goes right back up for 2. Myler gets on the board.
That's what we need from the big guy.
Knights trail by 2, 4:22 left in the second quarter. Kovac will go off the dribble, fires over to Scholten. Thought about a 3, he'll dribble inside instead. Scholten will go up, his shot is blocked by Myler. They're going to call a foul, however. This one will go to Myler. That'll be his first foul. Scholten will head to the line for 2 foul shots.
Yeah, we're going to get a double bonus here pretty quick.
His first free throw is up and good. Thomas Scholten is a 75% free throw shooter on the season.
Deckard, Lloyd, and Terhawk back in for Brandon Valley.
So Scholten knocks down both, gives the Lynx a 4-point lead here with just over 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Cartwright, you will use an Okoye screen, now hands off to Norton. Back to Cartwright, thought about a 3 from the corner, decides not to take it, gets it inside to Okoye, who spins over the shoulder. Shot attempt no good. Brandon Valley clears the rebound. They'll come across half court. That's Lloyd passing over to Terhark, who fires a 3 from the top of the key. A little bit strong, rattles around the rim, no good. Rebound Moffitt, who will now push for the Knights. Gets it over to Cartwright, who now goes dribble drive inside, finds Norton. Back to Cartwright, he'll take a 3 from the right wing. That one is good. Jack Cartwright buries his second 3 of the game, and he's got 6 on the night. Knights trail by 1 with 3:30 left. Hilton has it now on the left wing. He'll use a screen from Lloyd, decides not to take it. He'll dribble it out himself, pass over to Deckert. Cartwright sizing him up. Hilton will have a 3 from the wing as he buries it, stares down the OG bench as the Lynx now lead by 4. Norton will go quick off the dribble, off glass, no good for 2 in transition. Terhart will grab the rebound, hold things, slow it down, and get it to Hilton. Hilton now has it at the half-court line. Hand off to Lloyd. Lloyd will go off dribble with Moffitt in defense. Get it to Deckert. He thought about a three. He'll now dribble inside. Spin. Pass is deflected by Moffitt. Back to Deckert now. Deckert has it up top as he double dribbles.
Wow, you don't see that happen. A guard out there at the top of the key, double dribble.
He caught the ball, dribbled it once, and it looked like he thought that he had lost the dribble. The refs decided otherwise as he picked it up, looked around, and decided to dribble again. That'll be a double dribble. So turnover for Brandon will give the Knights the possession of the basketball here. 2:42 left. Knights trail by 4, 27-23. Norton has it. We'll get it back to Cartwright. Cartwright back to Norton. Looking inside to Coil. We'll swing it over to Cartwright. Back over now to Moffitt, who dribble drives off the left baseline. Gets to Myler, who steps back, thought about a three, didn't take it. Cartwright over to Norton, who will take the three from the right corner. That one's a little bit too short. No good. Norton's three off the mark. Rebound goes to Hilton, who will now bring it across half court. Hard screen by Tarak. Hilton dribbling between his legs will now get it over to Scholten. Scholten pass high-low inside to Terhark, who will get the foul on Eddie Myler. So Gavin Terhark will head to the line here as Myler picks up his second foul. That's the Knights' 10th team foul of the half, so double bonus from now on for the Lynx.
You see that screen?
That was a physical, tough screen.
Norton ran into him, and it was like running in a brick wall.
Terhark is a 73% free throw shooter on the season. He's 30 of 41, so he shoots the highest percentage as
he's
well
going
as
to
the
Northern,
highest
right?
volume of
And
free
he's committed
throws.
to the Wolves up at Aberdeen.
He converts one of two from the line, however. 28-23, Lynx lead. Cartwright's three off the rim, no good. Moffitt goes right up off glass, jumps in the air and tries to bat it back home. They're going to call a foul, so Moffitt will head to the line. A little bit of confusion on who it might have been on. They're going to give it to Labrie. So Labrie picks up his first foul, and it will send Moffitt to the line for two. Moffitt spins the ball, dribbles it twice, bends the knees, fires away, up, around the rim, no good. Off the back of the iron, bounce straight up off the right side of the rim and out.
Terhark's going to take a breather here. Minute 48, 28-23, Brandon Valley, second period.
Moffitt spins the ball, dribbles three times, bends the knees, fires, it's up and good. So Moffitt 1 for 2 at the line, brings the Knights within 4. Hilton will bring it across half court. They've got Hardy guarding Hilton. Hilton dribbles right past Hardy, gets it to Labrie, who fires a corner three. That one just a little bit off the mark. Rebound Muirhead. Muirhead clears the rebound, will now take it himself across half court, throws it away for the moment as it's now re-corralled by the Knights. Dangerous pass now inside to Coil. He's got a beautiful size matchup as he just bulldozes through Labrie down low, brings the Knights within 2. Labrie got caught on Coil. The Knights recognized it immediately, got it inside, who bulldozed over the 5'10 senior, went right up over the right shoulder for 2. Deckert dribbling around up top with the left hand, will hand over to Scholten now, as Scholten's trying to get it inside. That's Tejan down low. Scholten will now fire a three from the top of the key. That one well short and an air ball. So the 6'2 senior comes up a little bit short on that three-point attempt. The Knights have a chance to tie or take the lead here with 45 seconds left in the second quarter.
Oh, Roby and Mutter talking over there now.
Cartwright has it up top, will fire it over to Hardy, who swings it over to Muirhead. Muirhead passes over to Moffitt, gets it inside to Coil. He turns over the top. Good for 2, and Coil ties the game as he sized up Hilton, went over the right shoulder again, and knocked it home. So 18 seconds left. Everything's tied up here at 28. Cartwright guarding Deckert, pass down low to Scholten, who nearly traveled. That one's going to be knocked out of bounds on the pass attempt by the Knights. So 6 seconds remain exactly on the clock here. The Lynx will inbound it from underneath. Scholten looking around. Nobody's open right now. He'll make a pass to Labrie. Labrie has it with 4 seconds. He'll use a screen from Tejan. He'll come off, has to fire a tough three. It'll be inside to Tejan, who goes up with the shot, but not until the buzzer sounded. So that'll do it for the first half. Stick around for more as the Knights lead 28-28, the game's tied 28-28 at the end of the second quarter. Stay tuned for the Knights halftime show, sponsored by the Knights of Columbus field agent Jeff Gillen.
Do you have daily pain and discomfort that includes headaches, neck and back pain, and arm and leg numbness? Dr. Mark Hagan with Hagan Chiropractic Clinic provides gentle adjusting, x-ray evaluation, rehabilitation, and massage therapy to treat these symptoms. Hagan Chiropractic Clinic is located on 14th and Cliff, 6 blocks north of Avera Hospital.
Hi, this is Dr. Mark Hagan with Hagan Chiropractic Clinic. Don't say ouch, call me at 361-OUCH.
Pregnant, one word, many emotions. Sioux Falls Catholic Family Services is ready to support you by providing free and confidential counseling to birth parents regardless of faith or ethnic origin. For more information, to speak with a pregnancy counselor, or to schedule an appointment, call Catholic Family Services at 605-988-3775 or email cfs@sfcatholic.org.
Your family is depending on you to provide financial security for them. The Knights of Columbus can help you with insurance solutions such as disability income, long-term care, both term and whole life, annuities, retirement, and estate planning services. Join the Knights of Columbus today at kofc.org/join us for access to all these insurance services. Call Jeff Gillen at 605-759-7204. That's 605-759-7204.
From the Real Presence Radio Network, welcome to the O'Gorman Knights Halftime Show, brought to you by your Knights of Columbus field agent for Sioux Falls and the Southeast South Dakota area, Jeff Gillen.
And welcome back to halftime of Sioux Falls O'Gorman versus Brandon Valley here. 28-all. We're going to start fresh to the second half, aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely. It was quite a fast-paced first half. I would say both teams scoring the ball well and shooting pretty efficiently from percentage-wise. O'Gorman's doing a really good job of attacking inside. They're going inside out for the three-point shots, kind of like what I was talking about earlier, and they're taking advantage of some of the size matchups that they have down low. And they're doing a really good job guarding Tarak, but he's had a couple times where he's traveled the ball inside or he's gotten fouled, but they're doing a really good job of trying to neutralize him. As that's a good defensive production by Muirhead, it's McCuska, it's Webben. They're all getting shots at him to try to give him. Each of them's bringing a little bit of a different aspect to the defensive end on him, and it's doing a really good job so far.
And maybe 3 or 4 bunnies down there didn't fall. I mean, you had that nice Norton couple bunnies and stuff that didn't go. So I mean, it's like, but to me, and I say it this way, but kind of a sloppy game that I'm looking at here. You got two top 5 teams in the state, and the kind of way they're playing, it's kind of like. It should be, and I mean, sloppy like that. You look at where Coil threw that over to Cartwright, and he wasn't there, and it's kind of like, they've been playing together for years. They should, like you said, they weren't what the other person was thinking, what they were thinking. But, I mean, it's like they should know that. They're mesh a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. And a kind of a little bit of a surprise from Brandon, not necessarily a surprise, but Jackson Labrie is leading all scorers right now with 12 points. He's usually averaging around 7.5 points per game for them, but he came out firing, extremely confident, knocked down 2 threes as well as an elbow jumper, and it seems like he's in a real good rhythm right now, and then got to the foul line 2 times and converted all 4 free throw attempts. So Labrie leads all scorers tonight, and Hilton as well has been knocking down the 3-ball at a nice high percentage. He's got 9. He's got 3 3-pointers, had 1 fall, but they got a travel called on Tarak, so he would have 12 on the night. And for the Knights, they're doing a really good job of moving the ball and spreading it around their shooters. Cole Hardy's been hot from deep so far, as well as Cartwright's got 2 threes of his own. So the Knights are doing a good job moving it inside and out and taking some, like I said, some advantage of some of those size matchups when they realize that Coil has a little bit of a shorter defender on him. They're trying to force it inside to Coil and letting him do some work down low.
So it's going to be an interesting second half, folks. It's all locked up here, 28-all. So coming up on our Inside O'Gorman segment, don't go away. We'll be back at the end of the break here. Brett?
Jardine Construction is a general contractor of custom homes, remodeling, and commercial construction. Jardine Construction works in close cooperation with project owners and customers when developing a plan for a building or home. Jardine Construction has lots available in Sioux Falls, Hartford, and Humboldt. John can be reached at 605-231-0830 and Tom at 605-261-6174.
Community. It's at the heart of everything we do at First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. From supporting area athletics to funding academic scholarships, we continually seek new ways to improve and strengthen communities we serve. At the heart of these communities are people, our customers, and our employees. We work hard to ensure our customers are successful and our communities thrive. It's the Premier way. It's what community banking is all about. First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. Locally grown, nationally known.
Welcome back to Inside a Gorman segment. So right now, if you're driving in Sioux Falls and you're listening to us on Real Presence Radio, going on today over at Cliff Avenue, 57th and Cliff at Hy-Vee gas station, the O'Gorman Knights band is having a fundraiser. So if you go over and fill up your car and you get 20 gallons of gas, the Knights band, I believe, gets 1-2% from that. And the band is over there. They're filling up your cars. They're washing window. My wife went over there this morning about 11:30, and I had the pleasure of having these 3 freshman girls, and I forget their names, and they washed their windows, filled up our car with gas, and we're supporting your Gorman Knights band because they're having a fundraiser because they're going to California. As you know, the band every 4 years has a trip, and this year they're going to California after school's out. They're out there for a week, and they're there till 5, and I was told by one of the parents that they're going to be back in 2-3 weeks. So, again, keep an eye on that. It's a great opportunity. Get some full-service gas at Hy-Vee at 57th and Cliff. They need your help. So after the game, head on over there to 57th and Cliff and put 10 gallons in, support the O'Gorman Knights band. And also, besides athletics, we got to talk about the arts here. This is phenomenal. I got the night letter yesterday from Principal Mahoney, sent it out. Got to give out some shout-outs here. So some of these students, in the academics and the arts and everything that they do. Nick Gower, he won the UNL Winter Festival of Winds and Percussion held in Lincoln, Nebraska last weekend. Great. Olivia Golsoff, Selby Olson, Gabe Van Wassenhoven, they were selected to perform at the SSU Senior Honors Recital. That took place back in January up at South Dakota State. And then again to Gabe Van Wassenhoven and Sam Lester, for each won their division in the Northern State Young Artist Competition back in January in Aberdeen. And each student had to prepare a solo for the audience and talk to a panel of judges, awarded them first place and a cash prize of $1,000. And there's many other students and everything that just go above and beyond in the arts and everything here at O'Gorman. Mark your calendar now. Lights, camera, action. Tuesday, March 3rd, coming up in a month. The O'Gorman Lorang Theater here is Capers. And that's Tuesday, March 3rd. Mark your calendar. That starts doors open at 5:30 that night, 6 o'clock hors d'oeuvres and buffet, and a 7 o'clock show. As you know, if you've been to Capers, you know that's a great evening, great activity supporting the performing arts here at O'Gorman High School. So Tuesday, March 3rd, mark your calendars. Again, there's no school on Monday. There's teacher in service on Monday, but the kids are out of school. And then again, in a week and a half, what is it, like the 14th is conferences? 14th, 15th, and then the winter formal is that following Sunday. 2 weeks from tomorrow is a winter formal, and I think the theme is the Roaring 20s, I believe. the Roaring 20s, if I read that right. So there it is, yeah, Roaring 20s. Let's dance like it's 1920s, and that's again February 16th, and that's at the district, and I'm sure
Dan, that's even before your time, the 20s.
Hey, couple years. So there's a lot of things going on here and stuff. So it's really, besides, we promote the athletics, we want to make sure that we promote all the students here at O'Gorman High and what a phenomenal job they do, from President Kyle Gross down Mahoney to Assistant Principal Alex Anderson to everybody. And we thank you very much for everything you do for our students here at O'Gorman. So Inside O'Gorman brought to you by Bishop O'Gorman Catholic Schools. Our 6 elementary schools, junior high, and high school exemplify gospel values, strong student achievement, and community service. Each and every school is dedicated to a mission of forming the community of faith and learning by promoting the Catholic way of life through gospel values and academic excellence.
The Jeff Gillen halftime show, tonight's halftime show has been brought to you by Jeff Gillen for your Knights of Columbus field agent for Sioux Falls and Southeast South Dakota area. For term life or whole life, long-term care insurance and retirement planning, Jeff can be contacted at 605-759-7204, Knights of Columbus Insurance.
And that's the buzzer. We're going to get ready to start the second half here. Again, we're tied 28-all here from Sioux Falls, Bishop O'Gorman. O'Gorman Knights, number 2. Brandon Valley, number 4. This is going to come down to the wire.
Yep, absolutely. Hopefully it's going to be an exciting finish and lives up to it. It's all tied up here. Brandon Valley will start the second half with the ball. Both student sections getting ready to go. A nice crowd on hand tonight for both teams. As the ball has now been inbounded and we get ready to start the second half. Kovac will bring it across half court. He'll get it in down to Terhart, who will pass it over to Hilton, who hands it off to Kovac on the right wing. Kovac will dribble, drive inside, spinning turnaround shot blocked by Cole Hardy, rebounded by Kovac, however. Hilton will now drive inside on a Koil. Straight up, no call. As the ball is shot up again and off the rim, no good. So a second opportunity there for Brandon does not fall. Hardy takes a 3 from the top of the key and buries it. Cole Hardy hits his third 3. He's got 9 as the Knights lead by 3. Good defense there by the Knights on the other end, despite giving up an offensive board. Translates into a shooter trailing with no one in defense, and Cole Hardy made him pay.
And Muirhead now started the second half for Webben. So starting the third quarter here is Hardy, Cartwright, Norton, Coil, Muirhead.
Heard Roby talking at halftime about getting hands up on the shooters, as they think that they have done a decent job so far of locating the shooters, but they got to get that hand up to contest them, as well as alerting others when the screen's coming, as Norton, we saw, got hammered by a screen earlier on. The person whose guy is going to set that screen needs to communicate a little better to make sure that we're finding and getting hands up on players we need to. Muirhead will go off the dribble now. Will pick it up in the left corner. Will swing it over to Norton. Thought about a 3, lost the ball. The pass to Koil is knocked out of bounds by Terhart. It'll be Knights possession underneath the basket here with 21 seconds on the shot clock.
I think you're going to see him take it more to the paint. Push it. Both teams, I think, are going to push it.
Muirhead will inbound to Cartwright, who fires a 3 from the wing. That one's a little too strong. No good. Rebound Hilton. Hilton will bring it across half court, guarded by Norton in defense. He'll use a screen by Terhart. Will now hand off to Labrie. Labrie to Scholten, who tried to get it inside, and they're going to call Cole Hardy with a foul on the hand check on the reach, and they're going to give him a push. That ball was passed inside, tipped away by Muirhead, and the loose ball was gathered by Terhart, where Hardy went in to poke it away, and they're going to call Hardy with a foul.
It's his second.
Second team foul of the half already for the Knights. Inbounded to Hilton, who has Norton in defense, gets it inside to Terhart, who goes up, and he gets his shot blocked by a Koil. As Scholten goes up off glass and one.
Wow, unbelievable.
So an interesting sequence of events there is Muirhead tried to draw a charge, hit the deck, no call. Shot was up, got blocked by a Koil, wound up in the hands of Scholten, and Scholten went up off glass rather slowly. He got his arm held the whole time he was going up. He was being held till the last second. Finally got it off with the left hand, and it rolled around and in. So the senior converts the and won his free throw on the way around and out, now good, however. So the Knights still lead by 1 here with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, just starting the second half. If you're just joining us, a fast-paced first half, had it all knotted up at 28, and now a three-pointer and an and one opportunity that was the free throw missed by Scholten has us at 31-30 here, just 2 minutes into action. Hardy has it. He'll fire a quick 3 from the corner, and he buries it. So Cole Hardy has the hot hand right now for the Knights.
12 points, 4 threes.
Quick trigger from the corner falls. Cole Hardy, with practicing with Cole Hardy when he was a sophomore and as a freshman, he's always been a good shooter for the Knights. He's able to kind of just shoot it wherever he catches it in any sort of pocket. As he fires another 3, that one's going to be a little bit short, no good. It's a little bit of a heat check there for Hardy. Does not go.
Oh, he wanted that to go.
So Hilton will go dribble drive on Hardy. He'll step back. That three is too short, no good. Rebound Cartwright, who will push up to Hardy. Hardy will go off glass for two. In transition, Hardy's got 14 as he perfectly ran the floor. Cartwright found him on a beautiful pass, and that'll be a timeout for Brandon. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here as the Knights brings the crowd to a standing ovation after a good spurt there from the Knights to start the second half.
As soon as Deckard got that, or Hardy came and got a Deckard, he's like, he wanted that. He's starting to get away here. 6 point, it's kind of like the crowd's getting into this. He's got to calm everybody down. Let's get back to playing basketball, and let's stop this run.
Hardy's come out and knocked down 2 threes and has a transition layup. He's got all 8 points here in the second half for the Knights.
He's leading 14. And that's too bad that Muirhead picked up his third foul. I mean, that's what you need in there. Here's Muirhead. He's 6'6", but now Makuska's in there. We already picked up 3 fouls already, and we're not even 3 minutes and 6 seconds into the third quarter, and we got 3 fouls already.
Yeah, it's been a little bit tough keeping the size in check here. We've got 3 guys that were thrown at Tarak, but he's making us all pay, drawing lots of contact, even on loose ball attempts. So Scholten will have it on the left wing. He'll dribble around with Koil in defense. We'll pass now to Lloyd. Lloyd into the game for Brandon. Finds a back cut from Scholten, who goes up. Tough finish off glass is good for 2. So Scholten scores again. He's now got 8 points, on the night for Brandon Valley. Koil now has it. He turns over with Scholten in defense. He'll go dribble drive, spin over the shoulder. That shot is no good. However, he was fouled. So Koil will head to the line for the Knights.
Scholten get him. Yep.
That foul will be charged to Thomas Scholten. He's got the face mask on for a nose injury.
And you recognize that name from football.
The quarterback for the Brandon Valley Lynx as Koil's free throw is up and good.
Good athlete. Phenomenal athlete.
Heading to Augustana next year to play football.
Labrie's out. Joe Kovac in, the 6-foot junior in for Brandon Valley. And now is Renshaw, 22 in. And Cartwright's going to take a breather.
Koil's second free throw on the way is up and good. Koil steps up to the line and swishes both free throws to give the Knights a 6-point lead here with 4:16 left in the third quarter. Kovac will pass over to Deckard, who finds it inside. Now stepping out is Terhark with Makuska in defense. He'll dribble around, hand off to Kovac. Kovac will use a screen to go inside. Doesn't have anything. Will pass out to Deckard. Deckard now with Renshaw in defense, will dribble around, hand off to Kovac, who will take a 3 from the left wing. That one no good. Rebound, bouncing around, tipped, they're going to say off of O'Gorman.
Oh, right in front of the O'Gorman fans, too, down there. Wow.
From our angle, it looked like it knocked off of Brandon Valley. However, the ref that was right in front of it had a different viewpoint and said it was off O'Gorman. So Terhark turns over his shoulder, fires a nice pass to Deckard, who goes off the dribble. His elbow jumper is no good. Rebound, however, by Terhark, who goes right back up with it, no good. So an offensive rebound and a shot attempt immediately results in nothing, as we're going to have a kick ball violation on Lloyd, who kicked the entry pass from Hardy down to Koil.
Okay.
Subbing in for the Knights is Moffitt and Webbin.
Makuska and Hardy are going to take a breather. So
as well as Tejan checking in for Brandon Valley. He came in for Terhark. So Brandon Valley sizes up well with 2 centers over 6'7" that can come in and out, so they keep size no matter who's on the floor. Renshaw's baseline jumper from the corner, no good, after Koil created some nice separation with the spin. Gets it to Kovac, who now comes off the dribble. Koil all over him in defense. We'll get it back. Kovac thought about a 3. He'll now dribble inside, use the body to get away from Koil. Rebound by Scholten down low. He'll use the dribble, go over his left shoulder, turnaround jumper. Hook shot, however, is good.
Nice play by him underneath there.
Nice play by Scholten results in 2 points, and the lead is now down to 4. So Scholten has 10 on the night, I believe, for Brandon. Stat board a little slow to update some points as Moffitt uses a nice move inside to score.
.230 to go. Knights up by 6, 40-34. 2:29 in the third. Kind of feels like when we play Yankton, doesn't
Absolutely.
it? I mean, it's like very intense game for both teams.
Scholten with a nice up and under step through move as he gets another shot. Scholten only averaging around 2.5 points per game. Now has 12 for the Lynx as Moffitt's three from the wing. He buries it over Scholten.
43-36, minute 50 in the third. Knights up.
Deckert will go off the dribble with Renshaw in defense. Deckert dribbling around at the top of the key. He'll get it over to Scholten. Scholten back to Deckert. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Deckert will use a screen. He'll come off it by himself. There's a lot of contact there. They're going to charge Renshaw with the foul as Colbeck's three sailed wide, but they're going to get a foul on the ground first. So Joe Colbeck for Brandon Valley usually averages around 8.5, close to 9 points, is scoreless right now, and he hasn't even really looked to shoot. Usually a pretty good shooter for Brandon, has been held scoreless on the offensive end as Tejan's shot is off the mark. It's going to go off of Renshaw out of bounds. Tejan didn't know he was open underneath, was standing all alone, got screamed at by the parents in student section for Brandon to go up with it. Went up with a tough shot. It did not fall.
Cartwright, Moffitt, Bakuska, Coy, Webben in. Renshaw, in for the Knights.
So Hilton will receive the inbound pass over to Lloyd. Lloyd will use a ball screen from Colbeck as he now dribbles inside, gets to Colbeck, who will take a three from the right wing. That one well off the mark, backboard only. It'll travel out of bounds. It'll be Knights basketball. 43-36, Knights lead. Cartwright will bring it across half court. He'll get it, try to force it inside to Okoye. That one was knocked out of bounds by Hilton. So Makuska will now have it underneath.
Under a minute, 26 on the shot clock.
Makuska tried to get it inside to Okoye, who will now, ball is swung over to Renshaw, back over to Moffitt. Moffitt will now dribble inside, get it down low to Makuska. Tough shot around it in goes. So Makuska finishes nice. A crazy sequence there as the ball is flying around. Gives the Knights a 9-point lead, their biggest lead so far. 34 seconds left in the third quarter. About an 8-second difference between shot and game clock. 20 on the shot clock now. It'll be Lloyd dribbling around up top. He'll hand it to Colbeck. 13 on the shot clock, gets it inside to Terhark. Terhark will go hard dribble. It's going to be knocked off of Renshaw as he goes inside to swipe it away.
Nice hustle.
Out of bounds. Nice hustle there indeed by Renshaw.
5'10 junior. What a hustle for him.
6 seconds on the shot clock. Brandon will inbound from the side. They'll get it into Terhark. 5 seconds left. He's got it up top. He'll take a deep three from Gavin Terhark, and he buries it. So Terhark goes about 3 feet behind the line as he knocks down the three. 4 seconds left. Cartwright will go off dribble. Have a tough shot that sails a little bit short, no good. So Gavin Terhark's three-pointer from about 3 feet behind cuts the lead to 6 at the end of the third quarter. The Knights lead 45-39. You're listening to Real Presence Radio, 94.5 FM Sioux Falls, 91.3 FM Hartford. Stay tuned for more action after the break.
We protect and store quality water for people and communities across the country. We are family owned and operated and have been building and maintaining America's water tower infrastructure for over 100 years. We pride ourselves on using faith principles in our business practices every day. This deep faith in the church is why we support the Bishop of Gorman Catholic School System. From all of us at McGuire Iron and the Jones family, we wish all of Gorman students and student athletes good luck this year.
Did you know you can listen to the RPR network when you're on the go? Just search for Real Presence Radio in your app store. Listen live to any station across the network at any time, so you can stay connected to your local community from wherever you are. Plus, if you miss a program, the Real Presence Radio app is your one-stop shop for local and national podcasts, including our signature show, Real Presence Live. The Real Presence Radio app, with you every step of your faith journey.
Okay, welcome back here to Sioux Falls. Start of the fourth quarter, 45-39, the Knights lead. He shot that, Isaac, that was what, 21, 22 feet out?
Yeah, that was a very deep three there by Gavin Tarak as Cartwright goes off glass as Muirhead nearly slammed it back home, but gently laid it in, touching the rim ever so slightly as it makes it 47-39.
That was very soft. I like that.
Koil in transition will go up and slam it home with two hands. The steal by the Knights results in a slam on one end as Koil then swats the ball out of Tarak's hand. Transition fast-paced. Norton will dribble. He'll go off glass and one. No, they're going to call it offensive.
Charge on Zach Norton.
What a quick sequence of events there.
Wow,
Koil got the steal, went up, hammered it home with two hands, and then blocked the ball out of Tarak's hand.
Wow, that was fast-paced there, wasn't it? You knew something was going to happen. When that happens, people get out of control. That's where you got to just, you get that run, okay, and then just go back down, calm back down, and play some basketball.
A lot of action there early with just a minute into the fourth quarter, and things are starting to get real intense. Knights lead by 10, 49-39.
Biggest lead of the afternoon.
That'll be Scholten from the right wing for the three-point attempt. No good. Scholten's got 10 on the night. 10 points above his season average of 2.5. Scholten having a real great game right now for Brandon. Couldn't get that shot to go. Norton will come off of a ball screen from McCoy. He'll now have Labrie in defense. Labrie's going to get a little too handsy. They're going to call a hand check. A little bit of a push by Labrie is going to result in his second foul. That'll be only the second team foul for Brandon. So Brandon nowhere near foul trouble as Makuska checks into the game for the Knights.
Muirhead's out.
A little bit of a line set up here as Koil cuts to the basket. They don't have him. We'll get it over to Cartwright. Cartwright gets it to Hardy. Hardy turns over. He's had the hot hand all night for O'Gorman. He leads all scorers with 14. 4 3-pointers out of Hardy. Koil has Hilton in defense. He'll dribble. That's a real tough shot from Koil. A little bit short, no good. Rebound, however, by Makuska will give Cartwright a three. That one a little bit off the mark, no good. Real nice play there by Makuska to corral that rebound, hand off, and shield the defender as Cartwright's three sails a little bit off the mark, no good. So Tarak will go to work underneath, turns over, gets it to Scholten, who will go up and one. Scholten, another real nice finish inside, will get credited with the foul and the bucket. So Scholten heads to the line right now, has a chance to put up another point for the Brandon Valley Lynx as he also has 14 on the night to lead Brandon in scoring.
Yeah. How lucky was that underneath there? Wow.
Scholten's free throw rounded in. So Scholten doing a lot of dirty work down low as he gets an ovation from his visiting crowd,
Lloyd's in now for him.
Lloyd checks in for Scholten as Cartwright will bring it across half court. Norton now has it. He'll take a three from the right wing. That one's just a little too short, no good. Rebound Hilton. Hilton's been ever so quiet here in the second half. Had 9 in the first, nothing here in the second. He'll go off the dribble. Tough finish. They're going to call Cartwright with a hold, so that'll send Hilton to the line for 2 shots.
And that's our 7th, so again, he'll shoot 2, but now Brandon Valley will be in the bonus the rest of the game here with 5:31 to go in the fourth.
Hilton's first free throw is up and good. Jackson Hilton is an 80% free throw shooter, now 21 of 26 on the season.
Brandon Valley's shooting 65, 70% from the line?
I would say so.
That's what's keeping him in this.
His second free throw is up and good, so Hilton goes 2 for 2 from the line to cut the lead to 5 for the Knights. Cartwright will cross the timeline. Moffitt has it back over to Makuska. Makuska all alone up top, swings it around. Norton will take a three from the left wing. That one's no good. Rebound by Makuska down low. Goes up off glass for two. So Cade Makuska uses a real nice crafty move off glass for two after he bullied down low to get that rebound, as his teammates will now mob him heading into the timeout called by Brandon Valley. So it'll be a full timeout with 5:08 left in the fourth quarter. Knights lead by 7, 51-44. You're listening to Real Presence Radio. Stick around for more Knights basketball.
Value Visor helps people and businesses discover, improve, and get the value from their businesses. With multi-certified valuation and mergers and acquisition advisors, they understand the complexities of valuations and negotiating in the mergers and acquisitions marketplace. For more information, you can contact Jameson Rounds, managing partner of Value Visor, at 605-370-6931 or online at valuevisor.com. Real estate through Murphy Business, Dakota Lakes.
Welcome back to O'Gorman High School, where the Knights lead 51-44 over the Brandon Valley Lynx with 5:08 left here in the fourth quarter. It's been a very fast-paced game so far, and it's getting ready for an exciting finish.
Physical
would be an understatement.
I mean, it's like, and it's going to get more physical here. 5 minutes to go, Knights up by 7. It's going to get pretty physical here in the next 5 minutes. There's no doubt about it.
Brandon Valley will have it after they called a full timeout after Makuska grabbed an offensive board, went up off glass, up and underneath for 2 to stretch the lead to 7.
And Brandon will be in bonus for the rest of the game.
Hilton will have it up top. Passes over to Scholten. Thought about a three, doesn't take it. He'll dribble now inside. Scholten will go hard inside off glass for 2. It'll be tipped out of bounds by the Knights. It'll be Brandon Valley possession. The ball did not hit any rim, so the 13 seconds on the shot clock will remain.
Kovac's in.
Hilton will have it. He'll go up off glass for 2, a little bit short, no good. Rebound goes to the Knights as it was then tipped out of Cartwright's hands, out of bounds. The Knights will retain possession. Cartwright will now inbound it to Norton, who gets it back to Cartwright, who will now dribble across half court. Labrie all over Cartwright at half court, forces him to give it up to Moffitt. Moffitt over to Makuska. Makuska to Cartwright. Back to Norton now. Back over to Makuska. Has it on the right wing. Gets it inside to Coil, who has it tipped away and now regains it up top and near the three-point line. Real tough jumper as Coil buries it over Jackson Hilton. He leads. He gives the Knights a 9-point lead. Coil now has, I believe, 9 points on the night. Yep, 9 points he does have. Hilton's three sails off the mark, no good, a little bit too far to the right. As it'll be in transition now, Moffitt, real tough baseline shot, no good. A baseline floater off 1 foot, does not fall. Roby gets ready to go to the bench. He'll grab Cole Hardy and Hayden Muirhead. Lloyd will come off of a screen. He'll go hard inside, turn over the left shoulder, a little bit short, no good.
Nice defense by Cade.
Cartwright will pass to Moffitt. Moffitt has it all alone. Down low now to Norton, who gets it over to Makuska, who's getting fouled underneath as he kicked it out to Coil, who buried the three. However, there was a foul underneath before that. Subs into the game for the Knights. It's Hardy and Muirhead, as well as Scholten in for Brandon Valley. He comes in for Lloyd.
Makuska and Moffitt going to take a breather. Well, them two played well there, them minutes they got on the court.
Muirhead will inbound. He'll find Cartwright on the left wing. Hardy now has it up top. He'll swing over to Muirhead. Muirhead will dribble it up top to Cartwright. Cartwright swings it over to Norton, who has it on the top of the key. Norton will dribble around up top, try to get it inside to Muirhead. Will get it to Coil instead. Coil has it at the top of the key. Swings it over to Norton, who has it now on the left wing. 13 seconds left on the shot clock. Norton will drive inside. Tough finish. Does not fall. Rebound Tarak and Brandon Valley. 3:04 left. Knights lead by 9 with a Hilton 3 well too long, off the mark, no good. Hilton struggling a little bit here in the second half to find a rhythm.
And Roby's going to call a timeout. It's first one in the afternoon, and this will be a 30-second, Isaac. 53-44, 2:47. You know, it's kind of, like you said, Brandon Valley's kind of fallen off a little bit. But I tell you what, the playing of the bench for the Knights tonight has just been phenomenal.
Yeah, they've used some really good sparks from all their bench players tonight. They're coming in and providing real good sparks off the bench. And I thought Brandon's done a really good job off the bench. Well, they're bringing in some guys that are bringing in some good defense and some good offense. So two teams with a real great depth so far, providing good scoring and good defense out of their benches. As in the second half so far, we had Labrie had 12 early on in the first half, hasn't scored since. Hilton had 9 at the break. He's only had 2 free throws. So they're finding different players to step up for them on offense, and that would be guys like Thomas Scholten, who has 15 on the night for Brandon. He usually is only averaging around 2 a game, 2.5 a game for Brandon. So they're finding different people to step up and score here with a little bit of offensive struggles and great defense by the Knights. So Cartwright will have the inbound.
20 on the shot clock.
He'll turn over and get ready to hand to Norton. They're going to call Labrie, however, with the hold. As I said, he grasped around Cartwright with both arms. They're going to give Labrie his 3rd foul, 4th team foul of the half. Fresh 35 now for the Knights as they find Hardy, who thought about a 3 from the corner. Didn't take it, however. They'll use a little bit of clock.
They're going to use a lot of clock here.
Muirhead has it all alone up top. Now passes to Hardy. Hardy has it, gets it over to Norton. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Norton finds Hardy inside, who finds a cutting a Coil, gets it to Muirhead, who knocks down the jumper from about 14 feet away. Muirhead has 6 on the night.
Yeah, I tell you what, good bench playing from Hayden Muirhead, the 6'6 junior.
Scholten's 3 sails a little bit short, no good, so an 11-point lead here with 2:02 left. Brandon's going to have to make a little push as Norton throws that one away in an attempt to get it to Hardy. That's a little bit of an ugly turnover there for the Knights.
Biggest lead of the night, of the afternoon, 11 points, 55-44, under 2 minutes in regulation.
Hilton will dribble and hand off to Labrie, who takes a deep 3. That one draws nothing as it sails out of bounds. It'll be Knights possession. A deep 3 there by Labrie hit almost, it didn't hit anything, in fact. Sailed out of bounds. Knights will have possession. So Hardy will have it. He'll turn over a little bit of pressure here from Brandon Valley as they try to trap. Norton will have it. They'll get it across half court easily. Get it to Cartwright, who gets it back to Norton. Cartwright has it to a Coil.
They're going to foul here.
They'll get it to Hardy. Hardy passes out to Cartwright. 18 on the shot clock. They'll pass it to Muirhead, getting it to a cutting a Coil, who will go off glass for 2. They're going to call foul on the ground first. They're going to give that to Scholten.
Scholten his 3rd then. Scholten leading 15 for the Brandon Valley Lynx.
Muirhead will get it into Norton, who will go tough off glass, nearly got it to go. He's fouled. He'll head to the line for 2 free throws, so 1:26 remains. Knights lead by 11. Brandon's got to go quick.
If this is right, this is only the 3rd time we've been at the line tonight.
Norton's first free throw, no good. Checking in for Brandon is number 4. That's Deckert. So Jackson Deckert, the 5'9 junior, checks in for Scholten, the 6'2 senior. Brandon bringing in a couple shooters because they know they got to push the tempo here and knock down a lot of shots as Norton's second free throw goes. So if Brandon wants to get anything back into this game, maybe force an overtime or perhaps win it, they need to score 12 points in just over a minute and hold OG to nothing, as Hilton's 3 will get him off to a good start. He knocks down a deep 3. Cartwright has it. He'll get it over to Hardy. Hardy pass to Norton. Real athletic play for Norton to save that as a Coil goes up off glass for 2, no good. He'll throw it behind his back, ball batted around, and finally winds up in the hands of Hilton. So not the ideal possession you want out of the Knights. As Hilton's three off the mark, no good. Rebound Deckert. As he gets fouled by Norton, it will send Deckert to the line here for a 1-and-1 opportunity.
Oh, it's not over, folks, by anything. Everybody's like, they got to calm down. They got to
Ugly possession there for the Knights.
That was, Roby like to have them 20 seconds back.
Renshaw will check in for Norton. Not necessarily as bad of a possession as it looked, as they had a chance to get it up for two, but it was ugly to the point to where we got the chance to shoot it as it was being thrown around. Then a Coil shot sailed a little bit too short, as that free throw was good by Deckert. And then he tried to throw it behind his background. They nearly corralled it again with a fresh 35. However, Hilton got it, immediately fired a three on the way down. As Deckert's second free throw no good, rebound to Coil. He'll be fouled immediately. So Hilton's three sailed no good. They got an offensive rebound and they got fouled. So that'll send a Coil to the line here now for a 1-and-1 opportunity. It's an 8-point lead for the Knights with 53 seconds left to go. If you've ever seen high school basketball, there is no such thing as a comfortable lead here, single digits late.
Oh, see, we didn't have the three back in my day. We had the straw baskets.
Okoye's free throw, no good. Rebound by Hardy. So Hardy does a real good job of corralling a rebound. He's going to get fouled and head to the line. So if there's a single player on the team right now for the Knights that's shown a lot of heart and dedication in this one, it's been Cole Hardy. And he's not only having a lot of heart in this one, he's also leading the Knights in scoring with 14. Just an absolutely hustling effort play there. Gets the Knights an opportunity for more free throws as Hardy steps up to the line and buries it. An MVP chant from the student section for Hardy as the senior now has got 15 on the night, one of his best games in his career so far for the Knights. Hardy knocks down another free throw, calm and collected.
And
Roby will take a full timeout. So with 50 seconds exactly remaining, the Knights lead by 10, 58-48. Don't go anywhere after the break. You're listening to Real Presence Radio.
Eide Bailly, a public accounting firm, provides tax, accounting, assurance, and business advisory services to clients across the nation. With offices in Sioux Falls and 40-plus locations in 15 states, Eide Bailly is the workplace for 2,500 professionals. The firm has been serving clients for over 100 years. You can contact Eide Bailly online at eidebailly.com. Eide Bailly is a proud supporter of O'Gorman Knights athletics and activities and the Real Presence Radio Network.
Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade on 41st Street in Sioux Falls has something for everyone. They offer a buffet featuring pizza and chicken. Pizza Ranch has daily specials as well as 5 party rooms and a dining area. You can also order online and they'll bring the experience to you. Pizza Ranch is located across from O'Gorman High School on 41st Street and can be contacted by calling 271-8646. Pizza Ranch is a strong supporter of O'Gorman Knights athletics and activities.
Okay, welcome back. 50 seconds regulation. Knights up 58-48. 3 timeouts left for each team here. So it's going to get ugly here.
Deckert will bring it across half court in a real quick pace. He'll try to get it inside now to Scholten, who will pass it out, and that's going to be knocked away and stolen by Okoye. So just under 40 seconds now, 34.6 is exactly the time it's going to have. I think they're going to have some trouble with the shot clock.
And then Brandon's going to empty the bench here.
So they'll put 31 up on the shot clock. And now both teams will empty their benches. So Kovac will check in for the Knights.
Jack.
As a Jack Kovac, that is, as Joe Kovac heads out for Brandon.
They're related. I know that.
So Reese Arbogast, Harry Huners, Michael Shea, Jack Kovac, and Eddie Myler will now check in for the Knights on this last offensive possession. As Brandon will bring in a fresh new 5 with Cole Siliason, Dawson Johnson, Hunter Marceau, Jay Juergens, and Tejan. Kovac step back 3 from the corner, misses as Kovac's quick trigger. The student section was loving that.
Oh, they want him to shoot it bad.
So 15 seconds left here as Brandon will dribble around up top. They'll get it to Tejan, who swings it over. That's Ciliuson now going off the dribble. He'll turn around, fire an elbow jumper that sails off the mark, no good, and out of bounds. So 3 seconds left here. All OG has to do is inbound the basketball, and they'll come home with another win. The ball's been inbounded, the buzzer has sounded, and that'll do it. So the O'Gorman Knights get a big victory over the Brandon Valley Lynx, 58-48. They win by 10. A strong second half from the O'Gorman Knights will bring this one to an end. So coming up next, we'll have the Dr. Mark Hagen with Hagen Chiropractic Clinic Knights Locker Room Show. You're listening to Real Presence Radio, KGWD 94.5 FM Sioux Falls and KSTJ 91.3 FM Hartford. Also online at yourcatholicradiostation.com. Stay tuned for the Knights Locker Room Show after the break.
Your family is depending on you to provide financial security for them. The Knights of Columbus can help you with insurance solutions such as disability income, long-term care, both term and whole life, annuities, retirement, and estate planning services. Join the Knights of Columbus today at kofc.org/join us for access to all these insurance services. Call Jeff Gillen at 605-759-7204. That's 605-759-7204.
Real Presence Radio will be broadcasting an estimated 42 Sioux Falls O'Gorman girls and boys basketball games in the 2019-2020 season. Tune in to the RPR Network on 94.5 FM Sioux Falls, online at yourcatholicradiostation.com, on our free mobile app, and on YouTube at Real Presence Radio Sioux Falls. If your business would like to sponsor our O'Gorman basketball broadcast and have your business's message heard across each of these platforms, contact me, Brett Byler, at 605-670-8333.
Hi, John Fritsch Benefits. The people we work with have two goals. Number one, they don't want to run out of money. Number two, whatever is left, they want it to go to the people they love. Could be issues like Social Security claiming, Medicare choices, even asset allocations for your 401k, or you may want to treat your church like one of your children. If you want to talk about any financial issues, you can call me, John Fritsch, 334-8086.
Investment advice offered through IMS Wealth Management, an SEC registered advisor.
Do you have daily pain and discomfort that includes headaches, neck and back pain, and arm and leg numbness? Dr. Mark Hagen with Hagen Chiropractic Clinic provides gentle adjusting, x-ray evaluation, rehabilitation, and massage therapy to treat these symptoms. Hagen Chiropractic Clinic is located on 14th and Cliff, 6 blocks north of Avera Hospital.
Hi, this is Dr. Mark Hagen with Hagen Chiropractic Clinic. Don't say ouch, call me at 361-OUCH.
From the Real Presence Radio Network, welcome to the O'Gorman Knights Locker Room Show, brought to you by Dr. Mark Hagen with Hagen Chiropractic Clinic. Now, back to the gym.
And welcome back. Final here, 58-48, the O'Gorman Knights over the Brandon Valley Lynx in a Saturday afternoon matchup. Two top 5 ranked teams in the state, and I tell you what, it kind of built up to what we all thought it was going to be, and it happened. It was a great game, phenomenal game. Let's dissect it, Isaac.
So early on in the game, both teams were actually scoring the ball really effectively. It was a little bit sloppy to start, as both teams were really looking to push the pace, and it created a couple unforced errors and turnovers. But it was a pretty well-rounded game from both teams. I thought both teams really did a good job of battling some adversity. Brandon actually had a couple guys step up in a way that they haven't necessarily throughout the season, as Jackson Labrie and Thomas Scholten both scored 12 and 15 on the night. So two guys that don't necessarily lead the team in scoring actually led the Brandon Valley Lynx tonight in scoring. But the story of the game, I believe, was Cole Hardy really just took over early on in the second half, and then was clutched down at the end and late, and as well as some great play from the post today to limit some shot attempts from the big man down low and Gavin Tarak, and they really did a good job of neutralizing Brandon's best scorers on the defensive end.
Well, to me, the bench really came into play here. I got to give a shout out to Hayden Muirhead, 6'6" junior. He came in. he had 6 points there. He got in foul trouble there in the beginning. He had 2 fouls. Right away in the third, he picked up 2 right there in the third, and everybody kind of took him out. But I tell you what, he did phenomenal. Cade McCuska, he ended up with 4 points, but that defense, the rebounds there he had and stuff, what he did. And it's Cade Moffitt, he had that 3, knocked that 3 down over there. And just that right timing. So it's like they were sinking there, and it was kind of like it's not just a 5. What we play 10? I mean, we played everybody, but
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you look at like the 10 players a lot, and the bench came in and they did what they needed to do tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. With these tournament tested teams and these championship caliber teams, really, it starts with how the bench can step in. And usually what coaches would love to say is, let's not have a little lapse here. Let's not go take a step down when you go to your bench. Usually when you go to your bench, you're looking for those guys to keep it right where it's at or build on the lead. You don't expect your bench players to have a little bit of a lapse offensively or defensively, and that's exactly what happened tonight. We went to the bench and they actually gave us quite a phenomenal spark and gave us some leads and provided some good scoring and good defense. And that's really what you see out of these championship caliber teams. These teams that are playing really well is how well their bench plays, and the way the bench plays, the team chemistry and everything really shows in games like this, where you need to have not just your starters scoring, but you need to also have some support and help from the other guys on the team.
And I know what I mean. I left out Renshaw, and I apologize. And Renshaw fans, family listening, I forgot him. I mean,
if you own Renshaw's jersey from the night locker,
what a phenomenal game tonight. 58-48 Knights. Number 2. As Coach Deckert said in his pregame, he considered the Gorman probably the best team in the state. Power rankings, as Coleswood, he doesn't go by the power rankings. And I kind of went there. I'm old school. We didn't have that back in the day. It was win-loss record, how good you are. But it was like, now we actually beat Yankton. We're the only one in the state to beat Yankton. So that's where Deckert said we should be number 1. But I'm not sure if that'll happen. But the way they're playing and stuff, it's kind of. We got a tough road ahead here. The next 3 weeks, folks, we're on the downhill. It's February. A month from now is we're getting ready to buy in for the round of 16. So we got 30 days of basketball here, folks, that's very critical, and a lot of things can go either way here. So now is the time everybody's got to be meshing and playing.
Yeah. This is the time where you start to finally everyone knows their roles around now by now, and this is the time where things really start to come together as a team. And this is probably one of the most fun stretches of the season besides the state tournament, but that you're really playing for your seeding, you're playing to get better as a team and finally hit that full stride with a lot of momentum rolling into that round of 16.
You want that full stride about March 6th.
Yep.
March 6th, you headed into that round of 16, and then you take a week or two good practice, and then you hit it hard on the 16th or 15th of March here at state tournament here at the Denny. So, okay, let's go to break, and we'll be back. And we'll give you the Pizza Ranch player of the game. And the Gorman Knights victorious this afternoon, 58-48 over Brandon Valley. Stay with us on Real Presence Radio Network.
Sioux Equipment Company can fix, sell, and repair gas pumps, tanks, and air compressors. They offer sales and services for lifts, signs, decals, and tank truck equipment in Sioux Falls and the surrounding areas. Sioux Equipment Company is located at 1310 East 39th Street in Sioux Falls, just off of East Benson Road. They can be reached by calling 605-334-1653. Again, that number is 605-334-1653.
Did you know you can listen to the RPR network when you're on the go? Just search for Real Presence Radio in your app store. Listen live to any station across the network at any time, so you can stay connected to your local community from wherever you are. Plus, if you miss a program, the Real Presence Radio app is your one-stop shop for local and national podcasts, including our signature show, Real Presence Live. The Real Presence Radio app, with you every step of your faith journey.
Okay, let's put the dice in. Let's shake it up, Isaac. Let's pull the shake of the day over. And who do you think's going to be? What do you think? Wow, there's no doubt.
We're going to give this one to Cole Hardy. The senior really led the way for the Knights tonight, offensively and defensively. Late in the game, he had 16 points tonight and shot really well from three-point territory. But late in the game, there was an opportunity where Quois stepped up to the line for a one-on-one opportunity. He missed it, and Hardy dove to the ground and corralled the rebound, got fouled, went to the line, made both, made it a 10-point game, and then that just kind of sucked the energy out of Brandon Valley. As McCoy missed the shot, they kind of had, I think there was about 40 seconds left, and they were realizing, hey, we got a shot now. Hardy, however, had different plans, dove to the ground, really used those hustle plays, and Cole Hardy had a phenomenal game tonight.
Phenomenal. When he came out, what did he end up? He ended up with, like we said,
16.
Four threes.
Yep.
He had 6 points in the halftime, ended up with 20. So it's like, I tell you what a great effort by the senior Cole Hardy, the Pizza Ranch player of the game. And here we're going to be joined here by Coach Roby. Tonight's Pizza Ranch Player of the Game in Fun Zone Arcade on 41st Street, are proud sponsors of Bishop Gorman Catholic Schools and Real Presence Radio. And we thank Pizza Ranch for sponsoring the Player of the Game. And now he's getting the headset on, Coach Derek Roby. How are you? Congratulations. We got to turn this up. There we go.
Okay. I said thank you. You heard me.
Okay, let's go a little bit. Let's start off at the beginning of the game here. We kind of thought it was going to be physical game and stuff and everything, and it turned out to be.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. And I kind of knew that going into it. That's just the way it is when you play Brandon Valley. And I don't mean that to be critical. That's a sign of a well-coached team. You're not going to get any freebies. You never have. And that's the way we approach it. So I thought both teams played that way, and we feel very, very fortunate.
Yeah, absolutely. And Coach, you guys did a really good job of kind of neutralizing Tarak tonight. He's been a good physical player for them, and you threw 3 different guys on him to give him a bunch of different looks, and they did a really good job defending him. What was your kind of philosophy on defending him today?
Well, our first philosophy, Isaac, we were going to try to go block to block and just wear him out, because we have a lot of guys we can keep throwing out there. And, it's funny you say that because I heard our crowd complimenting Cole Hardy, yelling MVP, all that kind of stuff. And I thought, certainly that's true. He played really well today, but I thought our true MVPs had to be all our bigs. Here's why. We kept rotating them on him. They're defending him. I know he hit that long 3. What did he end up with?
He ended up with 9. So
okay.
Besides that 3, he only had 6 points.
Yeah. So, you look at all our bigs, everybody but everybody, Webbin, Cade, Eddie, Muirhead. You got them all. I even talked to Webbin, who obviously is our starter, and I said, Webbin, you can't get discouraged here because we had to go with Muirhead to start the half. I said, you're still our guy. And with that being said, don't get discouraged. It's purely a matchup, a height thing, and for him not getting the usual minutes, he still stayed positive on the bench, and that's a sign of a good teammate. So I thought our bigs were all our MVPs tonight, even though Cole Hardy played well.
Yeah, absolutely. Even if anyone knows Coach Roby or has played for Coach Roby, his favorite saying is "We got guys," and we
got guys.
We especially had guys tonight really well defending Tarak.
So adjustments at the halftime. What'd you tell the guys?
Well,
it's tied up. It's a new game.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we said. A new game. Take a deep breath. They made that run, and, I felt pretty good because they were hitting some shots. I thought defensively we came out, and I don't know if you realize we started switching everything around the perimeter. I told our guys at halftime, I said, well, what's the difference? Who has, Kovac or Scholten or, Hilton? What's the difference? I mean, let's just keep switching it up. So we switched every perimeter screen and got our rebounds, and like I said, the guys played well.
No, but I like the balance when you're switching up like that. But it's still balanced well, and it works. So I mean, it was like
huge win for us.
So here we are. We got win this afternoon. Tomorrow, Monday, no school. Tuesday night, we're back here.
Yep.
What do we need to work on a little bit for Tuesday? Coming in with Harrisburg.
Well, we can't. First thing, you can't have any letdowns. You have to come. You know what's on the line every single game now at this part of the season, in terms of seeding points, and we're trying to stay in the trying to get a home court for our playoff picture, and who you play doesn't really matter. They're all going to be good, but that's what we're trying to work on. So it's just taking every game one at a time. Like I said, no letdowns. Harrisburg's obviously very well coached. Traditionally, they're good night in and night out, and we know they're not going to just show up at our gym. So we're going to have to be focused, and there's going to be my scare is we're taking tomorrow off. It's a Super Bowl, all that fun stuff. We probably should be getting together, but we're going to give them the day off tomorrow. let them rest. There's a lot of merit into that. And then obviously on Monday we have an in-service, so we kind of have an unusual schedule that way. So that's my fear, is that we're going to give them some rest, but will we stay totally focused? I think our guys will, so we'll see.
Okay. Well, again, congrats, and nice win today. I mean, it was a physical game. We loved it. It was a fun game to call. It was exciting, to see how everybody, the whole team, comes together and play. Like you said, it was.
Coach, I got one last question for you pertaining to the Super Bowl tomorrow. So your Vikings obviously aren't in it because they couldn't end up with a good finish to the season. But who you got tomorrow, Chiefs or 49ers?
Well, I'll tell you this right now before I give my prediction. Where are the Patriots?
Who?
Hey,
Vikings made it farther than the Patriots.
Hey, you know what? That's all right. The Titans are a real well-coached team by former Bill Belichick prospect. So.
I thought you were the Patriots guy.
I am a Patriots guy, but you know what? The Titans took us out. That's all right.
Oh, I got you.
That's what happened? Okay.
Well, yeah, my pick would, I like Kansas City, but Coach Berg on our staff is a huge Niner fan. And I had to laugh because his whole family's a Niner fan, and he's been out to San Fran, and in fact this Christmas he was out there, and he's been in the cities and probably at Kansas City, and his whole family's a huge Niner fan, so whenever they come to this area he goes to the game. Well, he is 0-11 watching them play live, so it's just a classic. So I told if I were the Chiefs organization, I'd send them to the Super Bowl. But with that being said, I hope it'll be a great game. I wouldn't care either way. Me being a Vikings guy, I would like to see the Niners win because they're the ones that took them out. But at the same time, Kansas City is just loaded and explosive. So we'll see what happens.
Predict your score. I'm going to put you on the spot.
Predict my score?
Come on.
Well, it's going to be, let me think, their defense against the offense here. Jeepers.
I got him.
You got me sweating. Let's go with 24-28.
24-28.
All right. We'll mark that down and critique you on Tuesday.
Right, yeah. So. We'll talk on Tuesday.
Well, thank you, Coach, for joining us.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
Fun game.
That was Coach Derek Roby. The Knights victorious this afternoon, 58-48, and we'll be back to wrap it up here from Gorman High School. Stay with us.
Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade on 41st Street in Sioux Falls has something for everyone. They offer a buffet featuring pizza and chicken. Pizza Ranch has daily specials as well as 5 party rooms and a dining area. You can also order online and they'll bring the experience to you. Pizza Ranch is located across from O'Gorman High School on 41st Street and can be contacted by calling 271-8646. Pizza Ranch is a strong supporter of O'Gorman Knights athletics and activities.
Value Visor helps people and businesses discover, improve, and get the value from their businesses. With multi-certified valuation and mergers and acquisition advisors, they understand the complexities of valuations and negotiating in the mergers and acquisitions marketplace. For more information, you can contact Jameson Rounds, Managing Partner of Value Visor at 605-370-6931 or online at valuevisor.com. Real estate through Murphy Business, Dakota Lakes.
Hey, welcome back to Bishop O'Gorman High School. The Knights victorious 58-48 here. Let's talk about a little bit what's coming up here this next week for the Lady Knights and the men of the Knights. Our next basketball broadcast will be Tuesday night here, as Coach Roby talked about. The boys host the Harrisburg Tigers. The pregame will be about 6:30, depending on Keeter time tip-off, 6:45, 6:50 Keeter time. And the O'Gorman girls the same night play at Brandon Valley, so we'll be here. So we'll give you the updates of the Lady Knights as we get them. And our next girls broadcast will be next Friday night down at Harrisburg, and that'll be at 7 o'clock, and that'll be the 2 undefeated teams going into that game right now sitting. So couple personal shout-outs. Tomorrow morning, Knights of Columbus at St. Lambert's, Brett, is having pancake breakfast, and you got to remember, if you got till 5 o'clock, folks, you got 40 minutes to go over to 57th and Cliff and get some gas and support the O'Gorman High School band. And proceeds from that, they'll put the gas in your car, wash your windows for you till 5 o'clock, and that's helping them with their band trip this spring. And, the band takes a trip every 4 years as a fundraiser. So go out on your way home now, drive over to 57th and Cliff and put $10 of gas and support the O'Gorman Knights band.
So I want to give a couple of shout-outs myself. A couple to my 8th graders, I coach the 8th grade CD boys here. We're off to a good start on the season, 6-0. So if any of you guys are listening at all, if you don't have anything to do on Monday, we host Yankton in an A, B, and C game at the rec center at 3 o'clock. Actually, it'll be a 4 o'clock tip-off. So that, and then I want to give a quick shout-out to my grandparents out in Curry, Minnesota, small town out there. They always listen, as well as all the other relatives that may be listening tonight. So last thing, Super Bowl prediction. Like I said, I was a huge Patriots guy, so I would do anything but want the Chiefs to win tomorrow, just because Kansas City, I respect them, but, I would love to see anyone but Kansas City win the Super Bowl. So I'm going to have the Niners winning a high-scoring affair, 35-31. It's going to be a defensive stop late by the Niners.
Okay, Brett, your prediction of final thoughts for tomorrow and thoughts on today.
Final prediction for the Super Bowl, 49ers 31, Chiefs 28. Game-winning field goal for the Niners.
So Robbie Gould's going to knock
Robbie
one
Gould's
home.
going to make one, and we got to get out there pretty quick because Isaac needs to go get his Ferrari washed over on 57th and Cliff.
I got two favorite teams in the NFL.
Okay.
Who's ever playing Dallas and who's ever playing New England. So that's my two teams.
You leave my Cowboys alone.
I don't care. I don't care who
you
wins.
leave my Cowboys alone.
I just hope it's a good game. It's going to be a great game, and if nobody gets hurt, and it's a fun game. And if it's a last-second field goal to win it, God bless them. Let's have some fun. And I watch the commercials. That's what I go for.
We'll be waiting another 45 years till the Vikings are back in another one, but that's all right.
Bud Grant, baby, he took them though. We were there.
And Shakira and Beyonce at halftime, right?
Yeah. So
J-Lo.
If you want,
J-Lo.
J-Lo. So if you want to have a nice, fun afternoon, make sure you're watching the halftime show and those commercials at least, but it will be an even better game. So
great game for the O'Gorman Knights. 9 straight victories for O'Gorman, beating a tough Brandon Valley team. Very good a very good overall game for Coach Roby. I didn't get to hear any of his interview with you guys. I'll listen to it when I get home, but I'm sure he's pretty happy with the performance. So go Knights.
So that'll wrap it up here this afternoon. Thanks for listening. We appreciate it, folks. Knights victorious 58-48 over Brandon Valley Lynx. We'll see you Tuesday night right here back at Bishop O'Gorman High School. God bless.
From the Real Presence Radio Network, O'Gorman Knights basketball has been brought to you in part by
Catholic Family Services, Catholic Community Foundation for Eastern South Dakota, Jardine Construction, Hagen Chiropractic Clinic, Bishop O'Gorman Catholic Schools, Fritch Benefits Registered Investment Advisor Representative, McGuire Iron, Knights of Columbus Insurance Field Agent Jeff Gillen, Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade on 41st Street, First Premier Bank Card, Sioux Equipment Company, Ide Bailey, Ferendorf Family Chiropractic and Wellness, Jameson Rounds Managing Partner of Value Visor.
The preceding O'Gorman Knights activity has been a special presentation of the Real Presence Radio Network.